Brr. Oh, it's gonna be cold tonight in that sleeping bag. Okay. I hope you guys are enjoying the view out here. I think I pretty well pivoted the camera all the way around the compass to show you what I'm looking at. I think I'll just get right into it without babbling. Set batteries are almost dead, and I got 2 more back at the camp. All right. Hey Steve, thanks for sharing your channel and all you've done for the people. It means more to us than you'd ever understand. Well, anyways, here's my story. April 3rd, 2020, near Big Cedar, Oklahoma. The area of the Ouachita Mountains. I camped out was particularly wet, like the Pacific Northwest, but half as thick. It rained on and off for the next 2 days straight. There was also a lot of wind because I was camped towards the top of a peak. It started to rain after about 30 minutes of being in my sleeping bag, which put me right to sleep. At 3ish a.m., I was awoken abruptly and threw up in my tent with no reasoning. And I'm talking abruptly. Unlike any time in my life prior. That's kind of odd, isn't it? Next, I heard what could only be described as 3 tree knocks and a double breath of some sort. Almost like a whistle, but deeper, and not as ear-piercing. I can't recreate it myself. It happened about 150 yards down the hill behind me. 30 seconds after the first one, I hear the same 3 knocks and breath-like sound. Only it's to my right this time and closer. Right after, I heard a third triple knock and a double breath. This time, it's to my left and within 100 yards. Whatever these damn things were, they were surrounding me. At this moment, I realized I'm 20 miles away from the nearest town and at least a 2-mile hike through the mountains to my car, in an area I've never been to prior to this trip. With no firearm, just a medium-sized buck knife. Realizing I had one option at this point, I started praying. Now, I'm not particularly religious, but I knew what to do. Next thing I know, I hear the knocking again, only this time, one is 20 yards up the hill in front of me, and the others are only 10 yards or so on either side of me. I hear footsteps or noises up to this point. Oh, I heard 0 footstep or noises up to this point. That's got to be frickin' unnerving. It's when those things are beating on the trees above me, they're probably, by the sounds, maybe 100 yards or 75 yards, and that was freaking the shit out of me. I can only imagine. This is where things get a little weird. Whatever's making these knocking noises walked in front of my tent and stood there. This son of a bitch must have been 10 feet tall and 4 feet wide at the shoulders. When walking up, it sounded like it must have been 800 pounds. Whenever it stood there, the rain and wind stopped. Okay, wait a minute. One more time. Whenever it stood there, the rain and wind stopped, almost as if someone had a turn of a switch off. After standing there for what felt like 30 minutes, but in reality it's probably like 30 seconds, this creature vanished out of thin air, just simply gone. Then I heard the other 2 run off for a couple seconds. Next thing I know, it's 7 a.m., and I'm waking up to the birds chirping. I didn't remember falling asleep after, just waking up the next morning. When I got out of the tent, nothing seemed off. Only thing I noticed was 3 rocks missing out of my rock ring. I packed my stuff, and I got the hell out of there. I noticed on the drive out of the mountains in the morning I hadn't seen any wildlife the 2 days I was there. Well, anyways, that's the reason I don't camp alone in the woods anymore. Keep up the good work, Nicholas. Now, how incredible is that? And how hard is it for your average human being to wrap your head around what he just wrote to us, right? That it simply just vanished. You know, I think the majority of the ding-dongs in the Bigfoot community, when they hear multiple those stories, those details of those stories, which are in the hundreds, they just pretend they didn't hear it and they don't want to talk about it because they too are scared of the ridicule, or their brain just cannot wrap around that and they don't really want to attempt to. But for me, the way my brain fires is, the fact is, good, honest, hardworking people who don't ask for the experiences are having those experiences just like this guy. All right? People close to where I live who have emailed me numerous times have seen these things peeking out at them from behind a tree, and the tree wasn't big enough to conceal their bodies. but only part of the body and the head was peeking up from one side of the tree. I'd explain that shit, right? Numerous credible people have witnessed these things, quote, vanishing in thin air. All right, now as hard as that sounds to accept or wrap our brains around, what do we do about it? I'm in no position to say it's not happening. I don't know everything. You don't know everything. We sure as hell can't go tell these people they didn't see that or witness that. You know? It sounds pretty frickin' bizarre. But to me, just the fact that we exist is bizarre. All right? Everything and anything is possible in this lifetime. I don't know what to say about these things vanishing. You know, there are numerous explanations out there that we've definitely been looking into. We've been looking into every single aspect of every single of these experiences people are sharing with us, so we can try to come to the bottom of it. One thing for certain, 100% for sure, is these beings are not an animal. They're not a monkey or a gorilla. They just aren't. They are not one of us directly, possibly indirectly related as to what the DNA has found. Over 100 samples, take note. There are some skills, some ridiculous skills that some of these beings possess. There's no way getting out of it. Not talking about it isn't going to make it go away. Pretending it's not going on isn't going to make it go away. It's fact. These things are happening. It's fact. Go ahead and attack me, ridicule me all you want for being the person to speak out loud about it. I don't really give a shit. When I've got probably a few hundred people email me very, very similar experiences, well, there you go. What more do you need? I don't know. That's enough for me. And, you know, coincidentally, recently, this past year, both the Canadian and United States government have admitted that flying craft not from this world are real and are here. All right, take note of that. Google it up. Just that fact alone backs up the fact that anything is possible today. Anything. If the government's the people in the position that I don't know why so many of us feel they need to hear it from, well, those people are telling the public flat out right now that there are aircraft, unknown craft here on our planet which are not from this planet. They don't know what they are, apparently. They're admitting it. They've admitted it publicly, okay? And I'll say it one more time. That blatantly tells us that anything is possible, okay? These beings vanishing into thin air. What are you going to say about it right now? What's the average human mind that's been manipulated and lied to its entire lifetime? Well, what's it going to be able to say about that? Not too much, right? Because we haven't had any information given to us on the topic. Had we been given honest information about these beings since day one, we probably would have those public answers by now, right? That's what I'm getting at. So, quit being scared. Quit being scared to talk about this shit that's going on. Get angry. Get loud. Demand answers. All those people out there, people in law enforcement, fish and game, that I know are told not to talk about it. Well, you're going to be ashamed of yourself laying there in your deathbed, aren't you? As you lay there thinking about all those people you misled and lied to. And you're going to be laying there wondering why in the end, right? Maybe possibly then you're going to wish you had. Well, you still got a chance now. So if you have information out there about what's really going on, lay it down and share it. Quit being a dumbass. And if you want, you can share it with me. Use me as the conduit. I'll speak it word for word. If you send it to me, I'll share it. And you can send it to sharemystory@howtohunt.com or tellmystory@howtohunt.com. And I'll get it out there, man. I will share it with everyone. What else can I say besides I'm starving and I'm tired, my feet are frozen, my face is frozen, I gotta get back to camp. And this battery's probably, nope, not dead yet. Again, the Sasquatch confirmed secure knowledge platform is getting built as I'm sitting there here on this mountain. Just before I came into the woods, I confirmed that it definitely is PayPal that's trying to block you from supporting it, 100%. I do not support PayPal, never will in this lifetime. I'll deal with that horseshit when I get out. I don't care how much of my own money's got to get thrown down on this thing. We'll make it so that you can support it along the way anyway. And it's going to happen. And every single factual detail that is known about these beings will be on that item, and it will be updated nonstop. And we're going to get to the bottom of this together. We're going to support all you people out there who are suffering PTSD from your encounters, bad encounters with these things. And all you people whose passionate about the outdoors has been shit on and turned upside down and ruined. Well, we're going to right that wrong as well. Okay? And that's what we're going to do. Enough of the bullshit. Enough of the idiots keeping you going in circles. Enough of this so-called Bigfoot Sasquatch community bullshit. We're all on this planet together. We're all equal, and we all demand the fair crack at living our lifetimes to the best we can on the enjoyable side instead of the other side. And that's the motivation here. Okay? But anyway, there I am, babbling again. I guess it's not hard when you're on the mountain in the middle of nowhere talking to a video camera, right? You got lots of time to think to yourself. But there we go. Be safe out there.